beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very special video. Today I am going to tell you guys all about my birth story, and this is for baby number 1. I'm sorry once again if I sound very weird or if I'm breathing kind of weird. It's just that I'm still kind of sick. I still have sore throat, and yeah, I'm very congested from my nose, so I do sound a bit funny. But anyways, ignoring that, let's get started on my birth story. So disclaimer, as a mommy and telling any stories that involved pregnancies and birth and all that, it can get a little TMI and kind of gross if you're under the age and do not want to hear anything to do with, birth. Then please click out of this video, and there's so many more videos to come, and I already have, so you can go check those out. So me and my husband have been dating since 2008, and then we got married 2013, and then I found out I was pregnant 2015. So for 2015, on my birthday, we decided to go to a concert. My husband got us tickets to the Stevie Aoki concert in Las Vegas, and that was gonna be on my birthday weekend. So of course we decided to go, and this is in January. And well, yeah, you guys can already guess it. What happens in Vegas obviously does not stay in Vegas. Me and my husband had been trying to have a baby. We really prayed for a baby. We were really hoping for a baby. So we started trying for a baby. And thank God he listened to our prayers. He granted us the biggest wish we could have ever wished for. We luckily did not have trouble getting pregnant, and so we conceived, and we found out that actually we conceived during that concert weekend. So yeah, as I said, what happens in Vegas doesn't really stay in Vegas, so be very careful. Anyways, so we were more than happy to find out we were pregnant. We were over the moon, excited, super thrilled, and feeling completely blessed. We wanted a baby so bad. We felt like we were in a point in time in our lives where we felt financially stable, we felt prepared, we felt ready, so we went for it. And yeah, so we had our little baby boy. As you guys saw, that's where I literally left off on my videos, when I did my gender reveal and found out we were having a baby boy. And yeah, so pretty much I was still working all the way up to the last week of my pregnancy, and it went amazing. I felt like because I was working so much that like I was preparing my body for birth. Like I did not have any troubles. Like when they gave me my due date, I was literally 3 days shy away from the actual date, and I felt that really helped. And I'm only saying that because I do have a second son, so I would get to his birth story next. But for this pregnancy, let me just say, it was so amazing. It was incredible, amazing, just everything I ever thought it would be and more. And of course, it's uncomfortable. You have horrible moments. There's 2 stories to being pregnant. So let me just say that with my son, his name is Joshua. When I was pregnant with him, I had a lot of morning sickness. Like I was sick all the time. It was to the point where I would just literally throw up all day. So it's not just morning sickness, it was all day sickness. I was always so sick. So for him, I felt like I did not show until my very last month. I was like 8 or 9 when I literally, like, my stomach just boop, it just popped out of nowhere, and I really felt it literally like the last couple weeks. I was having really bad pain in my back, and I couldn't even get out of bed. Like it was horrible. It was so bad. I remember I would even cry because my back was hurting, and then I got the sciatica nerve. That started happening to me, so it was really hard for me to stand and walk. It was very uncomfortable. My feet were swollen, and on top of that, I always had heartburn. So I had a feeling, well, they say it's like, they say that when you have heartburn while you're pregnant, your baby's gonna come out really hairy. And I believe so. I believe that is so true, because my son was very hairy when he was born. He had a whole head full of hair. So yeah, I did have a lot of heartburn, and I never took anything for that. The only thing I did always have was like mineral water, and that really helped with my heartburn, and also like the nausea. Yeah, I can say that my pregnancy was very beautiful. I enjoyed every single month, every single day, every moment. Like, I literally enjoyed my pregnancy so much. Like, he was also a very lazy baby, so it was really like he would hardly move. So I was always scared as a first time mom. If any of you are first time moms, I'm sure you guys can all agree with me. It is super scary when your baby does not move. Like, automatically you're assuming something horrible. Your mind just goes somewhere really horrible. So I was always so nervous about that. I was scared. I would like move the baby and make sure like he would at least move just a bit so I know he's okay. But thank God everything went amazing with him. Like, everything was perfect. My baby was born so healthy and beautiful, and that moment when he was born and they laid him on my chest, like, I'm never gonna forget that moment. Those are like moments in my life where I'm like, this is why I was born. Like, these are the moments you feel so proud of yourself, especially going through a natural birth. My whole birth was natural, no medication. As natural as I can get, because I did give birth in the hospital. And I did wonder a lot about water birth, but I did not have water birth for either of my kids. So let me just tell you guys real quick how it all went down the day I was supposedly gonna have my son. It was crazy because I had my last appointment. I was already 40 weeks and my due date was coming up. So I went to my very last appointment, and when my doctor checked me, he was so sure that I would have the baby that day. So he literally told me, do not even go home, go straight to the hospital because you're having your baby. I felt amazing. I felt great. I felt energetic. I had no pain. So I was like, what the heck is he talking about? Like, he only said that because my hospital was really far away from home, and I lived actually an hour away. So he was like, you won't make it going home and stuff, so just go straight to the hospital, blah blah blah. But I was so like, he's crazy, I'm not gonna listen. I went home, showered, ate, packed my stuff. Well, my stuff was already packed, but just got everything ready. I even waited for my husband to get home from work, and literally we went walking up and down the street, and I felt great. So I was like, I'm not gonna go to the hospital because I'm not ready. My body is not ready. I just knew I wasn't ready. So I'm like, I'm not gonna go and spend hours and hours in the hospital if I'm not ready. So we just waited till the very next day. We went walking again. We ate breakfast, and then he's like, my husband told me, we should just go just in case. Let's go get checked. And yeah, so I was like, okay, we're still taking our time, because I'm feeling great. And then we get to the hospital. When we get to the hospital, when they check me, I was already 4 centimeters. So they were like, oh yeah, you're staying. And the whole time I'm in disbelief because I'm thinking, I feel amazing. My water hasn't broke. Like, there's no way I'm going into labor. There's no way I'm having my son. So they're admitting me, and I'm in my hospital gown and in my bed, and I'm still like telling the nurses, like, are you sure you guys are not gonna send me home? Like, I don't think I'm having my baby. And they're just like, girl, you're having your baby. Like, you're already like dilating, so you keep progressing, you're staying, like, you're having your baby. So I'm just like, what? Like, it's so crazy, It's nothing like you think it is, because I had nothing to compare it to. I was scared. I was like confused, like, it's my first baby. So everybody's like birth is totally different, so this is just my experience. So anyways, I'm in bed and I'm just like, okay, when is this gonna start? I was just waiting for like my contractions because I was having some sort of cramping, but it was so mild that I didn't think those were even contractions. Like, I had no idea. But then I started feeling like I had to keep going to the bathroom for no, like, pee. But obviously it wasn't that I needed to go bathroom. It was just the baby was putting so much pressure that, you know, I felt the urge to go, but I really didn't have to. So anyways, then we get to the fun part. Then all of a sudden, I started feeling really strong contractions and very like together. And they were just like, okay, yeah, it's happening. Like, you're already almost ready. Like, we're gonna get everything ready. I see all these nurses like running in, putting everything ready for the baby. And then here comes the horrible part. I was in active labor for like 4 hours with my first son, where it felt like literally like eternity because the contractions are so painful. I will never ever forget those pains. They were so bad. And I did not know, number one, how to breathe through my contractions. I did not know how to relax through my contractions. I had no idea. Like, it was so painful to me. I just remember I did not even want my husband to touch me because I was in so much pain, and he was trying to comfort me and stuff, but I just did not even want him near me. All I wanted was for him to fan me because I felt like so hot, like super hot. And then so he was like fanning me and putting like wet cloths on my forehead and just trying to keep me calm, and, you know, just walking me through every contraction, just talking to me and encouraging me and, you know, being there for me. And I was just like, oh my God, this is the most painful thing in my life. Like, I couldn't believe I was going through it naturally. Like, every time the nurse was checking up on me prior to like going into active labor, they kept saying, tell us when you want the epidural. Tell us when you want the epidural. They kept pushing the epidural on me when I clearly told them my birth plan, that I wanted to go all natural. So that was really like a horrible experience for me. They made me more stressed than I should have been just because they were so pushy on the epidural. But I will definitely get more into depth on all that when I do my next video. I have a video giving tips for natural birth if any of you guys are interested or just curious to know anything about natural birth. I will go more into details on what happened. But yeah, they were just so pushy on that, and that was so horrible because no one should tell you what to do, especially when you should be the one in charge of your own birth. It's your birth, it's your child, you know, like, they're there to assist and that's it, not to make up your birth plan for you. So anyways, getting through that, when I was already ready to push, I knew I had to push. They kept saying not to push, and I had to push. My body was already pushing for me, and the nurse kept screaming at me not to push, not to push, because my doctor wasn't even there. My doctor was actually next door delivering another baby. Great, right? I know. I was like, I'm sorry, I really have to push. So I was trying not to push, but it would just happen automatically. My body was just doing it on its own. And so as soon as the doctor came in, like, he literally ran, was putting on everything. Like, he lifted the bed and did what he had to do. And then he's like, okay, let's start pushing. 2 or 3 pushes, my son was out. It was so quick. It was so beautiful. That moment, it's just amazing. Like, nothing else in the world matters. Like, you're just so ready and eager to meet that little beautiful face that you've been feeling in your tummy, like his movements and everything, and just anticipating this moment. Like, when I was ready to push, like, my husband was like, come on, because I felt like I couldn't do it anymore. The pain was so bad, and, you know, you just feel like it's never gonna stop, like, the pain. And he would just tell me, come on, like we've been waiting for this moment for so long, like just a little longer. And that gave me so much energy to just push. I was pushing so hard, and then my son just came out so like fast. It's incredible. Like, I have so much respect for us women. Like, we are fucking superhuman. We are incredible. We are amazing. We're like, I can't even describe. There's no words. I have so much respect for myself now more than ever, and more love for myself, because I'm like, I carried a baby inside of me. I gave the baby life. It came out of me. Like, it's amazing what our bodies are capable of doing. It's just incredible. And they bring this joy. We bring into this world so much joy, this bundle of joy, this beautiful, amazing little angel sent straight from heaven. Like, there's just no other word to describe how amazing giving birth to your child is. And I'm never ever ever gonna forget either of my births, because they're both super special to me, and they're my story, they're my moments, and it was just more than amazing. It's incredible. And thank God everything went perfectly fine during labor. Nothing scary happened, thank the Lord, and everything went smoothly. Let me just say that for this birth, I recovered completely right after the baby was out. I felt like I could already run a marathon. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's exactly how I felt. It felt so good. Like, I felt back to myself. I had so much energy. Of course, it's like you just had a baby, but I mean, like, I felt like, wow, I feel like myself. I feel like I can do things now. You know, you're not pregnant. And the recovery was so fast for me. So fast, so amazing. People were even like, did you just really have a baby? Like, I felt good. I felt like I could just walk around. I felt like, you know, my body just bounced back right away. It was amazing. So for this birth story, there's nothing else that I could have asked for except for those nurses. They were so pushy on the epidural, but thank God I did not like fall for it. I did not give in to them, all that pressure they put on me. I'm so happy that I just stuck through my birth plan, although I felt like everybody was against it. I'm so happy that I pushed through, and I literally proved them wrong, that I could have done it on my own, because they were like, why do you put yourself in so much pain when there's medicine for that? So I'm so happy that I just did not listen and I went through with it. So that is my birth story for Joshua. So thank you so much for listening to this amazing story of mine that I will never ever ever forget. And yeah, I will be back soon for another video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please feel free to subscribe and become a part of our little family. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.